Have you been following the controversy surrounding the World Cup Final? Over the last few hours, discussions have intensified once again after new attention was drawn to Argentina's official claim regarding the final against Spain. Supporters from both sides continue to debate whether the events of that match deserve another level of review, and many fans are now waiting to see whether FIFA and the Court of Arbitration for Sport, commonly known as CAS, will have any further role in evaluating the case. Before we continue, it's important to understand what is actually happening. Argentina has maintained its position that certain incidents during the World Cup final deserve a thorough review. According to the claims submitted by the Argentine side, several key moments during the match raised serious questions that they believe should not simply be forgotten. These concerns have fueled intense discussion among football fans around the world, with countless opinions appearing across television, newspapers, and social media. Naturally, whenever a World Cup final becomes the center of controversy, emotions run high. This is not just another football match. It is the biggest stage in international football where every decision can influence history forever. Because of that, every claim receives enormous public attention, especially when it involves allegations that important moments may have affected the outcome of the match. Many supporters believe that if a federation decides to file an official claim, it deserves to be reviewed carefully. Others argue that football must also respect the final result on the field unless there is overwhelming evidence that justifies reopening the case. These two viewpoints have divided fans across the football world, making this one of the most talked about stories since the tournament ended. One reason this story continues to attract attention is the possible involvement of CAS. For those unfamiliar with the organization, CAS serves as the highest independent authority for resolving many legal disputes in international sport. When particularly important sporting disagreements arise, CAS can play a significant role in examining evidence, reviewing regulations, and determining whether sporting rules have been correctly applied. This is why so many people are discussing the possibility of FIFA and CAS becoming involved in evaluating Argentina's claim. If additional legal or disciplinary procedures become necessary, every document, every report, and every relevant piece of evidence would likely receive careful examination before any conclusion could ever be reached. According to supporters of Argentina's position, several controversial moments during the final deserve closer analysis. They argue that specific refereeing decisions, key incidents during the match, and the overall management of the game should all be examined carefully. These supporters believe the investigation should answer every important question so that football fans around the world can fully understand what happened. On the other hand, many supporters of Spain believe the result on the pitch should remain respected unless undeniable evidence proves otherwise. They argue that controversial refereeing decisions have always been part of football history and that every major tournament has included moments that different fans interpret differently. From their perspective, changing or questioning the result of a World Cup final would require an extraordinarily high standard of proof. This difference of opinion explains why the debate has become so intense. Millions of football supporters are not simply discussing one controversial decision. They are debating the integrity of the biggest competition in world football. If FIFA and CAS were to continue reviewing the matter, every stage of the process would likely focus on objective analysis rather than emotion. Officials would examine available reports, competition regulations, match documentation, and any evidence presented through the proper legal procedures. Such cases are typically handled carefully because any final conclusion could have significant consequences for international football. Another reason this situation has attracted so much attention is because World Cup finals rarely become the subject of prolonged legal discussions after the tournament has ended. Usually, once the final whistle blows, the champions celebrate, medals are awarded, and football begins looking toward the next competition. Situations where supporters continue discussing possible legal action months later naturally generate enormous worldwide interest. For Argentina's supporters, the belief remains that every concern deserves a complete and transparent review. Many feel that if questions remain unanswered, confidence in the competition could be affected. They hope that every relevant institution will carefully analyze the available information before reaching any conclusion. Meanwhile, supporters of Spain remain equally confident that the result achieved on the field should stand. They believe their team earned the title through its performances during the tournament, and that speculation alone should never outweigh the events witnessed during the match itself. Regardless of which side fans support, one point is clear. Football remains the sport that creates some of the strongest emotions anywhere in the world. Victories, defeats, controversial decisions, unforgettable goals, and dramatic finals become part of history for generations. That is exactly why discussions like this continue long after the tournament has ended. At this stage, many football fans are simply waiting for any official developments. Until competent sporting authorities publish verified information, every report should be treated carefully, and speculation should not be confused with confirmed fact. Official announcements, whenever they are made, will ultimately provide the clearest picture of how the situation is being handled. Whatever the final outcome may be, this controversy has already become one of the most heavily debated football stories in recent memory. It has generated passionate conversations across every continent, proving once again that the World Cup is much more than just a tournament. It is an event followed by billions of people who care deeply about every decision made on football's biggest stage. Now it's your turn to join the discussion. Do you believe Argentina's concerns deserve further review? Or do you think the result on the field should remain unchanged unless indisputable evidence proves otherwise? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss future updates as this story continues to develop. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.